Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Vicky and Socks. She's here for now, she may leave. Let's see how good the yogi show is. Welcome to today's Yin Yang yoga session with me, Vicky from Inchele Yoga. For anybody who hasn't been before, the idea of these sessions is that they're short and they're sweet and they're designed to give you a stretch and to try and just bring a bit of peace to the mind, however brief that may be in your busy day. I combine two different forms of yoga, two different approaches to yoga, one being the yang, which is more active movement focused on the muscles, and the yin, which in comparison is slower, more passive, and we're in the poses for a little bit longer. So that's what it is. So let's begin. We're going to start today. I can see Sivinch and I can see Linda. Marhaba Sivinch, hello Linda. And anybody else who is there that I can't see, hello as well. Marhaba Janam. So let's start by lying down on our fronts. If you've got blocks, that's great. If you don't have them, books can also work and we can do it without as well. But if you have them, fantastic. Grab them now. So if you just want to lie on your front and then come up into what we call in Yin Yoga, Sphinx. So we're coming up onto our elbows, and what we want here is an opening in the front and a bit of a compression in the back. If it's too much in the lower back, then you can try opening the legs. If you want more, then you can put the elbows up on a block or a cushion or anything. The elbows can be wherever you want. They can be closer to you, further away, separate, whatever you like. And if that's still not enough, then you can go up on the hands. Again, play with the position of the hands. Remember, this is more yin. We're going to be in it for a couple of minutes, so I just want you to find the place where you can stay in comfortably, but feeling a compression in the lower back. It can be different from day to day as well. So, when you've found your position, close your eyes. And then if you know the ujjayi, the ocean breath, then you can start to bring it in, breathing slowly and evenly, perhaps breathing in for 4 and out for 4. If you don't know the ocean breath, then I will teach you now. It's the most common breathing used in yoga. So first of all, breathe out completely. Breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth as if you're steaming up your glasses. So, in through the nose. Out through the mouth, steaming up the glass. In through the nose, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4. In through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Out through the mouth, 2, 3, 4. In, out. Noticing how the back of the throat closes. In, 2, 3, 4. Out through the mouth, steaming up the glass. Now close in again, in through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Close the mouth, breathe out through the nose, but see if you can make the same sound and see if you can close the back of the throat in the same way. So breathing in again through the nose. Out through the nose, closing the back of the throat. See if the sound is similar, something like the sea. In through the nose. Out through the nose, close the back of the throat, make the sound of the sea. In. Out. In. Now breathe in, but this time close off the back of the throat in the same way as you breathe in, and then out again, closing the back of the throat. In, see if you can make that sound. Out. In. Keep the body relaxed, keep the muscles soft, and then just continue to do that. Breathing in for 4 and out for 4. And see if you can hear in your ears the sound of the ocean, the sound of the waves as they go in and out. Keeping it soft, nothing too strong. And then after the next out breath, just let go of the breath. If you've got anything underneath the elbows, then just come down, close your eyes, and just rest your head either on your hands or on the mat. You can put the head to one side if you like. Close your eyes and just notice the effect in a physical sense on the body, the area that you just stimulated. Just while I let out the cat. Okay, so then we're going to move hands on the floor and then tuck the toes under. Push yourself up gently, gently. Your lower back may well feel fragile. We were in that for a few minutes. Pushing back into child's pose. Stretch the arms out. And then keep that breath. Keep that Ujjayi ocean breath. So as you breathe in, come up to all fours. You can untuck the toes and arch the spine. Breathe out, curve the spine and push back into child's pose, keeping the arms stretched. Breathe in, coming up, arching the spine. Breathe out, curving the spine, pushing back onto the heels into child's pose. Breathe in, curving the spine. Breathe out, arch the spine. Curve the spine, one way around, and come into child's pose. One more time, breathe in, come up, arch the spine, cat. And then curve the spine, and then go back down onto the heels, stretch the arms out. And then again, on the next one, I want you just to come forward, almost like a wave again, and then come down onto your front, lying on the front, and then move up onto your right side. So you can start, you can either keep the elbow on the floor, or you can, keep the elbow on the floor for now. So what I want you to do is we're just gonna work on the side of the body. So just push into the elbow so that you're raised up and then let go. You can move this top leg if you want to, or the bottom leg, just to be comfortable in the lower half. Bend the knees if you want to, and just play with that. Maybe you might want to move the arm a little bit. Maybe you might want to twist a little bit to the left or the right. Pushing into the right elbow and then letting go. And then just noticing that stretch on the side of the right body. Okay, so that's what we're going for, our target area. So this time, bring the top knee forward, put it on the floor, and then just push that left leg back a bit. And then if it's okay for you, you can grab hold of that back foot or ankle, toes, wherever. Or if you don't want to hold on to the back foot, then that's fine. So now just move again. I just want you to notice when you go forwards and when you go backwards. This is called cat pulling its tail, an upright version. Then I want you just to notice that stretch on the side of the right body and how it changes slightly depending on where you are. Now, if it's too much stretch, by all means go down. So you can put your head in your hand and you can do this more from the floor. This is one variation of cat pulling its tail, by the way. There are many, many variations. And then what I want you to do is just find a position where you've got a stretch on the right side and you are still quite relaxed, and you can stay in for around 30 seconds or so. This is a bit more yin. So close your eyes. Keep the body relaxed. We're not using the muscles yet. We're just allowing gravity to bring us down here so that we've got a stretch on the right side of the body. Keep that slow Ujjayi breath. Okay, and then let go of the back leg. Straighten out both legs. Slowly make your way onto your other side. So just turn around onto your left side. I'm just going to go to the other side of the mat so you can see me. So on your left side, do whatever you want with the legs. Up on the elbow, or if you prefer, down on the elbow with your head in your hands. And again, just play with the position. Move the shoulder around. Push into the elbow and then allow that shoulder to relax, noticing the stretch on the side of the left body. Maybe looking over the shoulder, maybe looking behind, pushing up again, relaxing, noticing that stretch there on the left, starting to stretch. Move the arm if you want to. Moving it further away from you will give more. Moving it closer to you, less. So now bend that top knee, put it on the floor. Bend the bottom knee, push that leg a bit further back first. Bend the bottom knee, take hold of the foot or the ankle if that's okay for you. Don't pull on the knee, but it's fine if you're not holding on to that foot. That's not a problem. Again, play, moving back a bit so you're starting to twist. Folding forward, seeing how that feels. And then seeing where you get the right amount of stretch for you on the left side. Perhaps you might want it a little bit further back or a little bit further forward. Find where it's best for you, and then we'll stay for about 30 seconds or so. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. Feel the stretch there on the side of the body. Keeping that slow Ujjayi breath. Allowing the out breath to help you relax deeper into the pose. Perhaps deepening the stretch, but naturally. Okay, and then we're going to move out, so let go of that back foot and bring that front foot up. You can go on to your front again. Just stay here for a couple of moments if you like. Usually, always actually in a longer yin class, we would be in these rebound, these neutral poses for longer, but of course this is a short class and it's yin yang, so it's just going to be a couple of moments. And then you can just Push yourself up gently again, back into child's pose. I'll again move to the other side. Back into child's pose, and just do a couple of those cat-cows again. Toes tucked or untucked, completely up to you. Arching the spine, curving the spine and going down into child's pose. Just a couple of times. And then on the last one, we're coming up to hands and knees. So we're going to start getting a little bit more yang. It's all relative. So hands and knees, neutral spine, toes untucked. You might want to go fairly far forward actually on the mat. Put something underneath your knees if they tend to be a bit tender, if the bone digs into the ground. And then push your right leg back. So the toes are on the floor, so you're pushing into that back leg, okay? So I want you to try and keep the spine neutral, so don't extend the back. So don't curve the back down, for example, arch the back down, or curve it up. Try and keep it neutral. You're keeping that back leg strong, you're pushing into the toes, and perhaps you might, if you can feel it, also by pushing into that back leg, also activating the abdominal area, the tummy. Okay, keeping that neutral spine, slowly bring that leg up. So try not to arch or curve the spine, keeping that back leg strong, pushing the heel up, keeping the back neutral. If the hips start feeling like they're moving, then that's as far as you should go. Once they start to move, stay. Doesn't matter if the leg isn't straight, as long as the back is neutral. Imagine that there's something heavy. Imagine that my cat is sitting on your leg, yeah, and you're trying to stop her from falling off. Imagine she's sitting on the thigh, okay? So now, making sure the cat doesn't fall off, bend the leg if you like cats, pushing the heel up. So we're keeping this leg strong, and we're keeping the back neutral, and my cat or dog or whatever is sitting on the thigh. Keeping that Ujjayi breath, strong legs. Okay, then straighten out the leg again, keeping the strength, and slowly, slowly putting the leg back down. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side. You stay where you are so you can see. So this time, I want you to just take the left foot to the side, so the knee is where it is, and then you're going to roll over onto the side of the right foot. Keep that leg strong, keep the strength in the leg, activate the muscles, and then bring the arm up, stretch up. If this is pinching in the shoulder, then you can move the arm a bit, move it backwards or forwards. Play with the position of the arm if you need to. Stretching up, keeping this back leg strong. And then the same thing. On the next out breath, bring the arm up, but this time sideways. Cat sitting on the leg. There's a weight. She's getting fat. Okay? Then bring the arm down, stretching out. So we're bringing the shoulder blades kind of towards each other here actually. Stretching the arm, bend the leg, and then if you can take hold of the foot, do. If you can't reach, it's not a problem. And we're not trying to bring the foot to your bum. What we're actually doing is kind of pushing in, if you're holding the foot, pushing the foot into the hand. So we've got a strong leg still. Yeah, so we're feeling this in the thighs. Then we're going to move around. So keeping the foot where it is, put the hand on the floor, swivel on that knee. And then you can either stay on the knee for this if you want to, or tuck the toe and bring the knee up. To whatever point is okay for the knee. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. And then slowly straighten that leg. Straighten both legs. into three-legged dog, pushing into the ground. And then in your own way, I want you to bring the foot between the hands so that you're in a lunge position. Bring that back knee down. Again, I'm just going to turn around to show you. This is where you might want the blocks. Perhaps, maybe, maybe not. So we've got the foot between the hands, back toe tucked under. So last week, if you were here last week, then what I wanted you to do in this is I wanted you again to make those legs strong. So imagine that you're energetically kind of pulling this back of this foot towards the back leg. Imagine that you are pushing out into an imaginary hand, and that imaginary hand is pushing in. So we've got a really strong leg here, front leg. Then when you've got that strength, raise up, stretch. Then bend the elbows, open the chest. Keep that strength in the legs. Stretch up. Then come down, hands on the floor or the blocks. And then straighten the back leg into your version of pyramid pose. So basically that front foot can be flat, or you can bring the toes up. As long as you're feeling a stretch in the back of the front leg, that's what we're after, using the blocks or not. And then bend again, bring that back knee down. As you breathe in, strong legs, stretch up. And then come down, opening the chest, keep the strength in the legs, bringing the shoulder blades together. Stretch up, hands down, pyramid pose, whatever version of that works for you. And then one more time, back knee down, strong legs, stretch up. Bend the elbows, going down and back, shoulder blades coming together. Stretch up, coming down, your version of pyramid pose. And then I want you to bend the front knee again, bring the back foot to the front foot, fold it over, bend the knees if you need to, and then coming up, stretching the arms up, and then bringing the palms together. So we're going to go to the other side, but from here. So stretch the arms up, and then fold forward. And then make your way again into hands and knees. Not a very elegant transition, but doesn't matter. So this time, same thing, hands on the floor, neutral spine, push that left foot, left toes into the floor. Make that back leg strong, keep the spine neutral. Strong back leg, neutral spine. On your next in-breath, imagining that weight on the leg, imagine you're pushing against that weight, heel going up first, strong leg, neutral spine, feel it in the thigh, feel it in the hamstrings, feel it in the back of the leg. Keep that strength in the leg, keep the spine neutral. Bend the knee, that weight is still there. Pushing the heel up still towards the ceiling. If you're finding this too much, then don't push quite so much. You can always bring the leg down a bit. We want to feel this in the thighs. Pushing up, neutral spine, strong back leg. Okay, then we're going to bring it down, so straighten, come back down. Rest it for a moment. Then bring that strength in again. Push into the heel. Bring the right foot further out to the right, so swivel on the knee, swivel. Go onto the side of the left foot, keep the leg strong. Stretch the arm up. Stretch, really lengthen the body, or the front of the body. Keeping the back leg strong. Move the arm around if you need to, if there's any pinching sensations in the shoulders. Next in-breath. Raise that leg sideways. I get a bit cramped, to be perfectly honest, when I do this leg. And then bring that arm down, stretching the arm to the side and slightly back. Bend that top leg. Hold on to it if you can. And then we're just raising, pushing into that hand or imaginary hand. Strengthen the leg. And then let go. Bring the hand down, keep the leg up. Tuck the toe under. And then bring yourself up, so you're hovering for a couple of breaths. If that's too much, keep the knee down. And then straighten both legs into three-legged dog. Keeping the shoulder blades together. And then make your own way to bringing that top foot between the hands. Bring that back knee down. Use the blocks if you want to. Get the blocks if you want to. Untuck the back toe. Energetically pull that front foot towards the back leg. Strong leg. Push into that imaginary hand. Stretch up. Bend the elbows. Open the chest, keeping the legs strong. Stretch up. Fold forward, hands on the floor or on the blocks. And then straighten the back leg, straighten the front leg. Doesn't need to be completely straight, as you can see, mine isn't. That's fine, really doesn't matter, as long as we're feeling a stretch in the back of the leg. Raise the toes if you want to. Play with it, see which one works best for you. And then come down again. Stretch up, keep the strong legs. Bend the elbows, elbows are coming by the sides and slightly back. Stretch up, fold forward. Your version of pyramid, whatever works for you. Back knee goes down. Strong legs one more time, stretch up. Bend the elbows, bring them down and back, shoulder blades together, keep the strength in the legs. Stretch up, fold forward, pyramid, bend the front knee, make your way to bring the back foot to the front foot. Stay folded over, and then come up, stretching up, stretch, hands together, palms together, bring them down in front of the chest. Close your eyes here. Imagine that you're really lengthening the body. You're rooting the feet into the ground. You're bringing the top of the head towards the ceiling. Let go of the hands, bring them down by your sides. And now we're going to be in our neutral position for a few minutes to let the body take in our practice. So you could do this standing, as I'm going to do, or you can lie down on your back or on your front, or if you like, you could sit. So as long as the pose is neutral and relaxed, just make your way into whatever pose you want for your Shavasana. And just while you're doing that, I'm just going to really quickly explain why this class today is called What Doesn't Kill You. And it's from the expression, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And ultimately the idea is that comes from the idea of anti-fragility, an anti-fragile system, which basically means a system that when stressed becomes stronger. So we can look at ourselves, at our bodies, and this is something that with all body practices, this is the idea behind exercise ultimately, stressing the body. So through yang yoga, more active yoga, we're stressing the muscles. Through yin yoga, we're stressing the deep connective tissue in a different way. But ultimately, we're stressing the body physically in order for it to be stronger and for it to be healthier. Just relax whatever position you're in, soften the muscles. Just notice how you feel. And just rest for a couple of minutes. And now whatever pose you're in, whatever position you're in, just start bringing some small movements into the body. It's always good to start with the fingers and the toes, but it's up to you completely. Stretching, keeping the eyes closed for now. Just bringing the body back to conscious awareness. Just moving in whatever way you want. And if you're lying down, then just make your way slowly, slowly into a seated position. If you're standing, you can stay standing. And then if everybody just wants to bring their arms, stretch their arms out to the sides. Bring them up above your head, palms together, and then just bring the palms down in front of the body. Thank you everybody for coming. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's class. On Friday I have part 2 of What Doesn't Kill You. This is a pure yin yoga session, but also a short one, as all the Facebook sessions are. If you would like to join me for a longer immersive experience of yin yoga, then I will be doing an online workshop through Zoom on Sunday, 9:30 till 11 UK time in the morning. So if you would like to join me for that, you would be more than welcome. You can find details on my events page. the session, the class will be focused on the change in seasons, autumn, so with a focus in particular on building up your immunity, which is also related to your digestive system, if anybody's having any issues with their digestive systems as well, and just general health and well-being, particularly related to this change that we are recently experienced and still in the process of. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope you have a good week.